This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is a violation of the law.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third-generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyeyesgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate, because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real, and Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Grinnell Booster Club supports all Tiger athletics from the middle school all the way up to the high school through fundraising, membership drives, concession stand revenues at all the home events. There are many different ways you can get involved. One, through membership levels from a single, a family, even into the business. There are many attractive levels that you can be a part of this wonderful club. Your membership funds help support uniforms, warm-ups, summer speed camps, baseball and softball batting cages, and the list goes on. You want to be a part of a great group? Join the Grinnell Booster Club today.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third-generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyeyesgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate, because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real, and Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Grinnell Booster Club supports all Tiger athletics from the middle school all the way up to the high school through fundraising, membership drives, concession stand revenues at all the home events. There are many different ways you can get involved. One, through membership levels from a single, a family, even into the business. There are many attractive levels that you can be a part of this wonderful club. Your membership funds help support uniforms, warm-ups, summer speed camps, baseball and softball batting cages, and the list goes on. You want to be a part of a great group, join the Grinnell Booster Club today.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Thank you to our sponsors, Paulie Ice Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, the Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars, the Dairy Barn, and the Grinnell Boosters. Also a shout out to Grinnell Mutual for our scoreboard sponsor. And we're going to take a short break for the national anthem. And welcome to Friday night high school boys soccer on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Chris Jr. here with you alongside Dan Walker. Glad to have you with us on an absolutely gorgeous Friday day. A little bit of wind, about 85 out there, not the 90s we had the last couple of days. But the Tigers tonight step out of the Little Hawkeye Conference and host the Boone Toreadors and head coach Connor Doyle. They're out of the Raccoon River Conference. And Boone's last 5 games, they are 2-3. They come off a win against Ballard last night, 2-0, but it's a costly win for the Toreadors. We'll get to that in a moment. And then they lost to Perry, Winterset, and Creston, and then they beat Carroll. Boone is sitting at a record 2-5 overall, 2-10 in their conference. Now, we mentioned that it was a costly error. Their starting goalkeeper for Boone, Ben Slagman, he injured himself. He's one of the conference leaders in saves. He is out, so they have a new goalie tonight, Miles Tungsvik, getting his first start at goal. And here we get set to play. We'll get the Tigers here in just a moment. Tigers in control. Over here on the near side, going right or left, rather left to right in your mind's eye. Again, kicked around the midfield. There was Braden Graff who had it. Now Boone takes it away, but cleared back out by the Tigers. A missed header opportunity by the Toreadors. Ball in the middle. Foot race for it, won by Boone. And now it's cleared down. Boone trying to mount their attack. Against the Tiger defense. That's Nolan McFarland back there defending. Boone trying to get it out of their defensive end. McFarland harassing the Boone Toreador players, and now Boone's trying to get it back. McFarland, a nice battle there, and McFarland gets control, gets a shot off. Looks like it was partially deflected, Dan, by somebody and went off a foot or something out of bounds past the goal, and Boone will have a goal kick.
Yeah, that's a nice shot in there for Noah McFarland. He's in the place of Rory Grinnell. We don't quite know what the situation is, but Noah played a good game last night, stuck it in there, played tough, and I assume that we'll probably do like we did last night, maybe, at the 20-minute mark, have a kind of a cool-down break, but although it is nice out, so maybe they won't tonight. So,
all right, so Tigers get booted out to midfield, kind of bounced around, now try to clear out by Boone, and it's headed out of there by the Toreadors. Over now to Matthew Samuelson. Samuelson tries to kick it downfield, but chased away by Julio Parmalee to our goalie, Jack Dolby Albright, the senior goalkeeper for the Tigers, and he gets it, and he boots it back to midfield. Knocked down nicely by Boone, by Braden Brooks, but controlled by the Tigers. Now a run out for the Tigers. Here comes Jack Hoops on a run out. Hoops in a foot race, trying to get down there and get control. He shields off the Boone defender, gets around the Boone defender. Now Hoops aiming for the center, gets it to the middle, and it's up and in. Let's see. No whistle. Now we have a whistle. All the players, that was kind of where the players kind of stopped. They're like, hey, what do we got? And then it was a late whistle, and they kept going. Then they finally blew a whistle. I think they called a handball.
Was it a handball or was it offsides? I couldn't tell. Like I said, there was such a group standing in there that, and even up here in the press box on the nice day, we're going to complain about the sun is so bright against the grass that
it is hard to see, no doubt. And the Tiger goalkeeper, Jack W. Albright, looking right into it. Throw in by Boone, goes out of bounds, not touched. Tigers get the throw in. Try to get control for the Tigers that time was Ben Stringfellow, but he couldn't do it, and ball back over the Toreadors. Here comes Wyatt Young, their leading goal scorer, 5 goals on the season. As they, Boone coming off a win last night. They defeated Ballard last night at Boone, 2-0. Battle here in the middle of the field for it. Controlled over by the Toreadors, and here comes Young on the attack. He's got 2 players with him, being defended that time by Graff. Graff now taken over by Kieran Jones. Young in the corner, tries to get a centering pass out for a header. Ball was headed, but it was hit by a Tiger. Looked like it could have been a handball. Boone fans thought we had one. No call, so we play on. Here come the Toreadors, still in the Tiger offensive end. Tiger defense working to clear. Now we get a boot down there by Matthew Samuelson. Samuelson boots it right down to the goalie, and Wyatt Young could not catch up to it, and the Tigers will have a goal kick. Just underway here. 3.5 minutes gone, first period. No score between Grinnell and Boone. On high school boys soccer, Tiger boys soccer, the Tiger Sports live stream network on YouTube. Glad to have you along on this Friday night. Boone and Grinnell jousting there in the middle for it. Samuelson now gets it back over to Johnson. Johnson tries to fire down to Sage Seeger. Seeger chases it down in the corner. He's being chased by Parmalee. Seeger takes a spill. Ball gets hit to the center. And again, Dolby Albright has to make the save before a very quickly closing Caleb Johnson. He also has 5 goals on the year for the Toreadors, trying to sneak in. But that thwart denied. Now a nice header by Jack Hoops, gets it down field. And Boone, that was Brent Stringfellow and Sage Seeger in a foot race. Seeger kicks it out, gives his defense a chance to reset. Tigers have a throw in. Torres looks to throw it in on the far side. Headed back by Grinnell, headed back by Torres. Now controlled by Hoops. Back to the center. And again, there's a bit of a pile of players for it. Boone has control for the moment. Pass out was knocked away by McFarland. Goes out of bounds. It'll be a Toreador throw in. Or rather a goal kick. Went past the end line. Boone Toreadors out of the Raccoon River Conference. Head coach Connor Doyle. Tigers have one more non-conference game next Monday. They travel to Oskaloosa to take on the Indians. Then they open the second season, if you will, over in Newton. For a 5 o'clock tip, first game of a doubleheader. Now the clearing pass down for the Tigers, or rather for the Toreadors. Again, just a little too far out of the reach of Dylan Bolton. Freshman striker down there trying to race down and get it. He couldn't, and Jack W. Albright boots it out again. Kind of a tussle and a battle for it. Levi Russo heads it out, but controlled by the Tigers. Here comes Hoops. Hoops surrounded by Boone players, backs it up just a bit. Tries to reset. Now he gets it over here on the near side to Kieran Jones. Jones loses control of it and goes off his foot out of bounds, and Toreadors have a throw in. Boone quickly going to go for a throw in. Samuelson gets it into Seeger. Seeger now tries to get it downfield. Knocked away by Parmley. Parmley back to the middle. Over now to Graff. Graff tries to send it deep, a little too deep. No Tigers are there. And a save or a scoop up by their goalie, Miles Tungsvik, again, who is making his first start. Now a header knocked away by Boone, but Seeger has it. He puts a shot on goal. Couldn't quite get his hips turned there. We've talked about it before. Just couldn't get a turn and couldn't get the velocity he wanted.
Yeah, it looked like he was chasing the ball to put his foot on it. So.
And now we have a nice header, that time by Hoops. Headed down here is Stringfellow. Stringfellow works it back to the middle, looking for Hoops. Stringfellow gets it away from a Boone defender, kicks it over to his teammate, but it was knocked away by Boone and controlled by the Toreadors to thwart that Tiger attack. Now it's knocked down by Grinnell, but taken back by Grinnell momentarily. Oh, a nice sliding play by Graff. He tries to get it, but boots it down. Nobody home, and Boone controls. Boone tries to get it out, but Graff holding him off. A lot of arm tussling, and they call a foul on Boone that time. Matthew Samuelson with a foul. Tigers will have a free kick. As a former basketball referee on that one, that was right in front of us, Dan, and to me, that's a no call. Both players were pushing equally as much. I didn't see anybody get an advantage, but I'm not as close. I'm not a soccer referee, so I'll defer. But that's what I saw. It looked like a no call to me. But anyway, ball headed down to the mass of Tigers, and that time we get a shot off. Nolan McFarland does get a shot on goal, knocked down and then scooped up by Tungsvik, the Toreador goalkeeper. The regular goalkeeper is out. That is Ben Slagelman. He hurt himself last night in the Boone game, so he is out. So they have a first-time Miles Tungsvik getting the start tonight. Toreadors now on the attack. Samuelson in a battle with Graff, goes out of bounds, and let's see. They say Toreador throw-in. I'm probably going to switch over to saying Boone throw-in because Toreadors, that's way too many syllables. Nothing against Boone. I love Boone. We have good battles with Boone over the years, but Toreadors is a mouthful. All right. Centering, clearing pass, knocked down by Hoops. Hoops in control. Gets it past Braden Brooks. Hoops now on the attack. Gets it over now on the far side, but taken away by Carson Van Sickle. Over now to McFarland. McFarland gets it down to Seek. Seek gets it back to Hoops. Hoops holds it off, goes out of bounds, and let's see. There have been no indication, but I guess it's Tiger throw-in. Okay. So Tigers get the throw-in. Throws it down in the corner, try to get to Stringfellow. He's checked by a Toreador defender. That looks like it's Reed Carr down there. Carr gets it out, but back to Hoops. Over now to Seek, and back to Hoops. Now Hoops takes a shot at it right at the goal. And again, a save by Miles Tungsvik.
Well, of all the games we've done, Chris, this is the most shots on goal that we've seen by the Tigers all year.
Yep. And I'm still going to keep track of it. I know you explained it last time that it's not actually a shot on goal until it's in the box, but still, that's how I'm going to reference it. So 3 shots on goal for the Tigers, and the ball's been pretty much equal time at both ends. So that's good for the Tigers, at least early on here. Nice save that time by Jack W. Albright, and he boots it out to midfield, but there's a violation of the Tigers. Looked like a handball. So Boone will get a free kick. Coming up on 30 minutes left to go first half. No score between Grinnell and Boone. Tiger Boys Soccer on the Tiger Sports live stream network on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook as well, or our website.
TigersSLN.com.
TigersSLN.com. Thank you.
Right down there at the bottom of the scoreboard. I know you're not looking at scoreboard, but I am.
I should still know it, though. Need to do my homework. Boone now trying to regroup their attack. Kind of a miss hit that time by the Toreadors, taken away by the Tigers. Here comes McFarland. Gets it over now to Hoops, and Hoops tries to pass it down to Stringfellow. Just a little too far, and cleared out by their goalie. And let's see, another foul here. And it's a foul on Boone, on Sage Seeger. Looked like he might have had the other arm of the Tiger player there, Kieran Jones. It was right in front of the official. So Tigers will get a free kick. Parmley set to do the kicking for the Tigers, letting his teammates get set up downfield in the Boone offensive end. And here we go. Parmley up in the air, looking for Hoops. Hoops misses the header, but headed by Boone. Up in the air by Boone. There comes Hoops trying to get swung around. If he could have got clear that he was going to swing around and get a shot off, but nice play that time by White Junk, the Boone goal scorer. Samerson now gets it over, tries to hit Junk, but overshoots him. Taken away by Graff and the Tigers, and they try to get it downfield, but knocked out by Boone. Tigers will have a throw in. First substitution of the game coming in for Grinnell. Grace Kapanzu coming in, replacing Ben Stringfellow. I thought Ben looked a little winded out there. He tried to catch up to that last one, didn't have the gas in the tank, so Kapanzu now gets a header. Kapanzu on the attack. He gets a shot off, past the goalkeeper, and up and in, and scored. Wow. He stayed right with it there, Dan. Tungsvik made the initial save, but again, like most things in hockey and soccer, the rebound got him. He didn't know where it was, and Kapanzu shot in there and knocked it through.
His fresh legs kept him going.
So a Tiger boys strike first with a goal. And they lead now 1-0, and that goal by Grace Kapanzu, we'll say that occurred in the 11th minute.
Which last night in the 8th minute they had their first goal.
So Kapanzu now working around. Back over, taken by Junk. Pardon me, Yunk, not Junk, my bad. Parents are sitting right below me. So if you're listening, my apologies. It's Yunk. Yunk now working to the middle of the field. He has a big right leg, trying to get around, pass out to his teammate, looking for another opportunity. Headed in, kicked in by Boone, but goes out of bounds. Nobody home. Looked like it tipped off a Tiger. Yeah, they are going to say corner kick for the Toreadors. Quickly, Boone gets it in. A high shot, trying to get a header. Misses everybody. And I believe we're going to have a goal kick for the Tigers. Yes, we are. So, wow, just in the game, Kapanzu gets it, has those fresh legs, maybe a burst of speed. Initial shot denied, stuck with it, and got the goal for the Tigers. Now, it hasn't been put up on the scoreboard yet, so they took it back to the center. I didn't see anything waved off. The referee put his hands together like it was a goal, so I'm going to say it was a goal, unless it's something we missed. Shot that time by Boone, but Dalby Albright had the angle. It looked like from here it was going to go in. Some Boone fans thought they had a goal, but it actually hit the side of the net and bounced away, so goal kick for the Tigers. Wow, lots of action in this one early on. We're only about 13 minutes in. Dalby Albright kicks it out, controlled back by the Toreadors on the attack, trying to save it, and he could not. Was Reed Carr. Now Tigers with a throw and trying to get to Kapanzu. He knocks it up in the air. Yunk has a shot at it. Over now to Seek. Seek looking around. He circles back. Over now to Hoops. Hoops now to Graff. Graff tried to get it back to Hoops. Just a little too far, knocked away, but Tigers still got control. Now Hoops has it. He has Kapanzu coming in. Here comes Kapanzu looking around. Gets around and makes a spin move back out now to Hoops. Kapanzu now in the center. A weak shot and scooped up nicely just in the nick of time by Miles Tungvik, the Boone goalkeeper.
Yeah, it looked like McFarling, he had the right idea to come on this near side to go ahead and try to sweep it up.
Goal kick, boots it all the way down to the Tigers' end. Jones giving chase along with Sage Seeger for the Toreadors. Goes out of bounds, and Tigers will have a throw in. There's the goal up on the board, 1-0 Grinnell. Here, 26 minutes left to go in this first half. Again, in soccer in high school in Iowa, they play two 40-minute halves with a 10-minute halftime. Only time they stop the clock is for injury or at referee's discretion. Toreadors now looking to regroup, and they get their attack. Over now to Samerson. Samerson now getting it down to Seeger. Seeger in the corner. Back to Samerson. He spins away from a Tiger defender. A centering pass. A Boone Torta knocking in. Nice shot on goal there. Saved by Jack Dalby Albright. And he pushes it out and gets it out. Uses his head, his hands, a little bit of everything there to knock that away. Boone still has control. Nice play, though. Knocked down by the Tigers. They try to clear. They do get it out there somewhat. Now a shot taken in. Knocked down by Parmley. Knocked up in the air by the Toreadors. Parmley has a header, and we have a whistle And that's going to be in the penalty box. That'll be a penalty kick for Boone. A delayed call, but I think the right call. And doing the honors for the Toreadors is Wyatt Young, tied for the goal lead for the Toreadors on the season with 5. 1-on-1. And here we go. Young looks it over, comes in, boots it in, and gets the goal.
No, I think he went over the foul line.
Okay. All right, the goal has been disallowed by the official. Or he's going to do it again. Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure. Maybe he went over the line there, like you said before.
Yeah,
I think it's like you have to strike it before you. I don't know. Let's see what happens here. This time it's in and knocked down and away by Jack W. Albright. Wow, what a save. Ball still in play, though, and the Tigers try to clear. They get it out. Here comes Caponzu now, trying to get past his defender. Over now to Graff. Graff gets it ahead. Here comes Caponzu chasing down a little too far. Caponzu couldn't get it. Oh, it's touched by Grinnell, so Tigers have a throw-in. Graff quickly tries to get down to Caponzu. He heads it back. Controlled now by Hoops. Boone knocks it off Hoops, so out of bounds, and the Tigers have a throw-in. Substitution in for Boone. Number 7, Dylan Bolton into the game. Replacing number 2, Matthew Samuelson. All right, Boone has the throw-in. Tigers lead 1-0. And here comes Boone with a throw-in. Long throwing down, trying to get it down to Seeger. Seeger in a battle with Jones. Knocked up in the air, and they say Boone throwing again. Bolton set to throw it in. Bolton throws it down, trying to hit Seeger, but Parmley's right there. Seeger takes a tumble, no call. We play on. Jack W. Albright boots it back out towards midfield. Young gets the ball back. And Seeger fighting with Parmley out of bounds. Goes off of Boone, and Tigers have the throw in. Young up in the air. Over now to the Tigers, controlled by Hoops. Caponzu kind of drifting downfield. There comes a long boot by Graff, tries to get it downfield, but headed out by Boone. Russo has it, gets it back now to Young. Young has it for a moment, but taken away nicely by Hoops. Hoops with the ball. Trying to direct traffic back to Parmley. Here comes Boone slice again. Now we got a run out for Boone. Caleb Johnson had it for a moment, but wrestled back by Parmley. Johnson trying to get a shot off, spins around. Couldn't quite center it, and it goes wide left of the goal, and Tigers will have a goal kick. 23 minutes left to go, first half. Grinnell leads Boone 1-0 here on High School Soccer. On your Friday night on the Tiger Sports live stream network. Chris Cheney, Dan Walker with you on a beautiful, beautiful Friday evening. Jack W. Albright, senior goalkeeper for the Tigers, set to boot it out of there. He gets it up. What little wind there is at the back, and that was a foul on Boone. The defender for Boone had 2 hands in the back of the Tiger player. You can hold your ground, I think, with your body, but you can't use your hands. We've seen that called a few times. Every time it's been hands extended, they've called that. So Tigers get a free kick. Parmley set to kick it in for Grinnell. Waiting for the ready to play. And here it goes. Deep down the field. Headed up by the Tigers. Controlled in the corner. That time by McFarland. McFarland had it for a moment, but cleared out by Boone. Now here comes Boone on the attack. Chased by Hoops. Boone player takes a tumble on the far side. I believe it's going to be a Boone throw-in. That was Carson Van Sickle getting dumped for his efforts. And Boone set to play it in. The wind, there's not a lot of it, but there is some. It is blowing from right to left across your screen. So Boone is going with the wind right now. Tigers are against it. Cleared back by the Tigers. Here's his Hoops with it. Has Caponzu if he can get it down to him, but he's being harassed by Sage Seeger. So Hoops gets it back and tries another entry pass, but knocked away by the Tigers. Right back over to Parmley, and Parmley boots it back to the center to Graff. Graff tries to control, blocks off Young for a moment. Young has it now. Young slips away from it, and knifing there for the Toreadors. Here comes Boone on the attack. Quickly tries to get it downfield to Seeger, but again, a little too far, Dan, and scooped up by Jack Dolby Albright for a goal kick.
They're getting everything in the right place. It's just, we've said that about the Grinnell Tigers all year. It's be able to get that finish.
And Caponzi now wins the battle. He gets out ahead, and here comes Caponzi down the field, keeping control ahead to Hoops. Has Hoops in a run-out. Hoops tries to circle back, looking for an opportunity, and he waits for it, and then shot on goal, knocked down by Boone. Shot attempt by Nolan McFarland was knocked away, and Boone counters. Here comes Young. He kicks it out there to midfield, but knocked away and cleared back by the Tigers. Over on the far side is Carson Van Sickle. And we have a substitution now for Grinnell. Back in is Ben Stringfellow. And who's coming out?
Stop the clock. What do we got here? Oh, they're going to do a
Do the
2-minute
break.
timeout.
Yep, it is the break, the 10-minute timeout. So we'll take a break as well. Tigers lead Boone 1-0 on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third-generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyi'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
The Tiger Sports Livestream Network is brought to you by Pollyi's Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, and the Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars.
Again, a big thank you and shout out and a tip of the hat to all those fine sponsors that help us bring these live streams to you on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. All right, the mandatory break on the Heat, and they get Boone to break their huddle as well. Here come the Toreadors.
Early in the year, we never wanted to stop because it's too cold. Now, we'll stop and slow down because it's too hot. Also, shout out to Brent Nichols State Farm sponsoring all of our quarters, our halves all year long. So I forgot to mention that right in the beginning.
All right, we're going to get set to resume play here. Boone will have a throw in. Now the officials talking to the Boone coach, Connor Doyle. Not privy to what it was, but coach wanted an explanation. Our referee explains it. Now we are good to go. There's ready for play, and Boone will throw it in. Streaking downfield was Caleb Johnson, but he was shadowed by Parmley that time. Tigers control the throw-in, knocked away by Grinnell, now taken back by Boone, and then Boone tries to get it downfield, but knocked out by Grinnell. And that very familiar thing that we see a lot of teams do. Just kick it out of bounds, give your defense a chance to reset. Here come the Toreadors, though. On the attack, that's Carson Van Sickle maneuvering around, shadowed by Torres. Both players go down, no whistle, we play on, and the ball's kicked out, tried to clear by Grinnell. I believe it'll be a Toreador, a Boone throw-in. And They throw it in now. Look like number 3, Carson Van Sickle there. Van Sickle now throws it out to Johnson. Johnson running down there, being harassed by the Tigers player, Will Burkhead. And Boone will get a corner kick. Always got to watch somebody knifing in and boot it up in the air, try to get a header, not running in and jumping. And here we go. Yep, up in the air, right in the middle of the goal. Look out, header shot by Boone, and it's in for a score. That was Caleb Johnson on the header. Didn't have much steam on it, Dan, but it didn't matter. It got through there and snuck through. Maybe Dalby Albright was blocked a little bit, couldn't see, but suddenly it was there and in the goal, and it's tied up 1-1.
Yeah, there was quite a few that, I mean, for being so pulled back as soon as that ball was in the air, they made a good attack and put their head in the right place.
So at the 22-minute mark, Caleb Johnson gets a goal, his 6th on the year, and now we are tied at 1-1. Here come the Tigers on the attack. Hoops now on the near side. Back over to Jones. Jones tries to get it back to Seek, and Seeger there for Boone to knock it away. And they say it was off Grinnell, and Boone gets a throw in quickly. Throwing it down is Dylan Bolton. Tries to get it to Seeger. Back now to Yunk. Yunk watches go out of bounds, and he gets it back in, and Bolton will try it again. Bolton now throws it in the middle to really nobody. Stepped in and taken away by Hoops. Hoops knocks it back to Parmley. Parmley tries to clear, but he hits it. Goes up in the air. Seeger now battling for it, and it goes out of bounds off of, they sit off of Boone, okay. And the Tigers will get a throw in. Quickly thrown down. Yunk hits it. Kapanzu chests it down and controlled by Grinnell. Seek with the ball. Tries to get past Yunk. Seek working it. Now he goes back to reset. Tigers booted out of there. It's Peter Simpson in, or rather Will Burkett in for the Tigers, clearing that out. Over now to Will Dalby Albright. And Boone had it for a moment but lost it. Then Torres clears it out, trying to hit his teammate Stringfellow. Goes off of Stringfellow out of bounds. They say off of Boone, so Tigers get a throw in. Quickly throws it in now. Hoops was right there, but cleared out by Boone. But back to Torres. Torres slips, lost his footing, and a big collision. That was inadvertent.
Yeah, that was head-to-head, but
yeah,
they're going to call a personal foul.
Yeah, Torres, he slipped and was just getting up, and the Boone player came crashing in, and they did knock heads. Everybody appears to be okay, but Boone will get a free kick. Long kick down by Boone, knocked up by Seeger. Now we got a shot in there on the goal. Dalby Albright sliding in with a tackle to make the save, and Seeger had to hurdle him just at the last moment to avoid a big collision again.
That was close.
Nice save by Dalby Albright. That time booting it out. Braden Brooks gets it out. But back come the Tigers trying to head it downfield. It was Torres over now to Hoops. He gets it knocked away by Boone. Goes out of bounds off Boone. And Tigers will get a throw in. 16 and a half minutes or so left to go in the first half. 1-1 is your score. Boone missed it. Now Hoops had it for a moment but lets it bounce. Tries to chase it down. Can't do it. Now the Toreadors come out. Here's Bolton. Bolton gets it down. Trying to hit Seeger. On the side, Kieran Jones just boots it out and let the defense regroup, and Boone will have a throw in. Bolton gets it in now to Yunk. Yunk thought about hitting it. He just watches it bounce. Really had no room. Boone gets a throw in. He shielded off the Tiger player. Now they get it into Seeger on the near side. He's being chased by Jeff Seek. Seeger gets it out to the middle. Now Boone trying to circle and get a shot off. A Boone player takes a tumble. No whistle. Now we do have a late whistle. That was Peyton Van Sickle that took a tumble after the collision there. Again, a little bit of a late whistle, but nonetheless, Boone will get a free kick. And Yunk set to do the honors. Wyatt Yunk, a senior midfielder. Let's see what he's going to do here. Tigers form their wall. Boone players are coming up. Parker Custer telling his troops to get up. Boone players are coming up, so here we go. Yunk looking it over, gets it up, tries to get somebody down the corner. Not high enough. His teammate cannot catch up to it. Goes across the end line, and Tigers will get a goal kick. 1-1 is our score. on a goal by the Tigers. Grace Caponzu in the 11th minute, tied up by Caleb Johnson of the Toreadors in the 22nd minute. Dalby Albright boots it out short of midfield, headed up by the Tigers, knocked down by Graff, taken away by Young. Young and Graff now battling for it, a little shoving and jostling going. Young gets by Graff. Young still trying to go through, maneuvers through traffic, and it's just booted out of there and cleared by Burkhead. Good play there. You don't want to give Young any clear shot at the goal with his size and strength, Dan, and Burkhead just cleared out, said, nope, we'll let you reset. Boone plays it in now on the near side. Down in the corner to Bolton. Bolton tries to get it up, knocked out by Grinnell. Cleared out, knocked down by Boone. I don't think Boone wanted to hit it back towards the Tigers goal, but controlled by Grinnell. Here goes Hoops. Hoops trying to get it to Caponzu, who was open. And now Seek knifing in. Seek now gets it down. Here comes Caponzu on the run out. Caponzu circling in. He's looking for a shot. He gets it up and in and gets his second goal of the game. One thing I know from coaching basketball, you can't coach speed. He just outran everybody, outmaneuvered him, and got a shot in the near side. The goalie thought he was going to go wide. He saw that. He just got the shot and placed it right where it needed to. And Caponzu gets his second goal of the game.
He is quick, and Grace, he has some legs on him because he could jump like crazy too. He's a hopper.
Caponzu, a junior midfielder for the Tigers, has his second goal. That comes in the 26th minute. And Tigers up 2-0, or 2-1 rather. Now Tigers get to control. Graff, again looking for Caponzu. He goes down the field. Seeger knocks it away. Nicely done by Boone that time. That was Holden Davis knocking that away. Back to Seeger, back now to Young. Here come the Toreadors on the attack. Young in the middle of the field, gets it ahead, trying to hit Davis. Davis does chase it down in the corner. Ball trying to get it centered, knocked down by Julio Parmley. Looked from here like it hit off his face, but whatever you got to do, I suppose, Dan.
Stops that ball.
That's right. And he appears no worse for wear, whatever hit him, so corner kick for the Toreadors. Lots of action in this first half here. 3 goals scored, 2-1 Grinnell. We've got about 13 minutes left here on high school soccer on the Tiger Sports Live Stream Network. Corner kick now for the Toreadors, up in the air. Again, looking to get a header, running in that time for Boone. And that's their play. That was Peyton Van Sickle. They try to knife somebody in behind the pack. They kick it past to the far side of the goal, hoping one of their teammates can run in there, knife in, and head it in quickly. Couldn't connect, and Tigers get a goal kick. Here comes Dalby Albright. Clears it out now to midfield, controlled by the Tigers. Try to get it downfield to Caponzu, but controlled by Young. Young takes it back now over to Stringfellow. Stringfellow back to Hoops. Hoops maneuvering. Checked by Young. Now he tries to get it down, and there comes Caponzu again on a run out. Caponzu that time circling to the middle, being outraced that time by Boone, and their goalie, Tungsvik, just jumps on and says, I don't want to take any more chances. I'm going to gather this ball up and knock it away. Boy, when Caponzu's zeroing in on it, there's just it's worrisome for if you're a Tiger fan, you love it. If you're an opposing team, you don't want to see that.
Yeah, Grace definitely has the footwork. He kind of puts the tricks on every once in a while.
And Hoops try to get it down to Stringfellow. Stringfellow giving chase, but knocked out and cleared out by the goalie, Tungsvik, and Tigers will get a throw in on the near side. Tigers now looking to throw it in. Seek with a throw in, gets it to Hoops. Hoops back to Seek. Seek out to the middle to Graff. Graff tries to get a shot, a little bit of a miss hit. Knocked up by Boone and cleared out by the Toreadors. Holden Davis clears it out. Good bit of sportsmanship there. Caponzu and Davis give a little slap, respecting each other's abilities. Davis would not let Caponzu get loose, so he just cleared it out. Now a throw into the goal. Caponzu gets a foot on it, knocked up in the air by Boone, and Tigers trying to control. Here comes Graff, gets it down. Graff has it, does the move, gets past one. We couldn't get past two, and Young tries to clear. Back out over to Hoops on the near side. Hoops goes back to reset. Coming in is Johnson. Johnson tries to knock it away, but Boone goes to clear, knocked out by them, and Tigers get a throw in. Jones throwing it in, gets it to Caponzu, tries to head it over to his teammate, Will Dalby Albright, knocked around for a bit. Ball on the ground, still being played. Johnson looks to get it. Now Johnson comes away with it. Johnson gets it up in the air. Here comes Sage Seeger down. Seeger had it for a moment. Parmalee and Torres come in there. And Torres gives a chase. It was out of bounds off of who? And they're going to say off of Boone. So Tigers will get a goal kick. Nope, the official says not a goal kick. You have to throw it in from back there in the corner. Because the players were outside of the box when it went out of bounds. So Tigers throw it in from deep in their own defensive end. Torres throws it in. Gets it up now. Dalby Albright out there. 3 Tiger players, 3 Boone players. We have a substitution now coming in for the Toreadors. Number 2, Matthew Samuelson. He is checking in, replacing number 3, Carson Van Sickle. Sophomore forward for the Toreadors. And Boone gets the throw in. Looking it over now is Boone, gets it in. And immediately chased down by Tigers. Back to the center, so Boone looks to reset. Tries to get it out in the corner to Johnson. Johnson knocks it up in the air. He has it for a moment. Johnson battling against Kieran Jones, who's off of Jones out of bounds. Boone with a throw in. Bolton throws it in now to Reed Carr. Reed Carr tries to hit Younk in the middle. Nobody there, but Sage Seeger knocks it down there. Pardon me. Seeger has it, but gets knocked away by Grinnell. Tigers try to clear, but knocked down by Johnson. This time the Tigers get it up in the air to clear it. Hoops tries to head it down. And giving chase, Holden Davis for the Toreadors gets it. Tries to knock it back. Knocked away by Grinnell. And they control it at midfield. Hoops left it for his teammate, but nobody home. Tigers lost it for a moment, but they get it back. Here comes Hoops on the attack. Hoops looking to get it out ahead. If he can get it out there and get it up there, he has Caponzu open. If he gets it to him, Caponzu now is ahead. He's surrounded by 3 Boone defenders this time. They're saying, not on this pass you're going to get it, Mr. Caponzu. Back out to the middle. Tigers look to reset. Burkhead in a big battle with Johnson. A lot of shoving going on. No call. We keep going. Graff and Johnson going at it now. Over now to Dalby Albright. Headed back in by Grinnell. Stringfellow kicks it down to the corner. Taken back now by Seek. Over now to Hoops, who couldn't quite get control and knocked away by Boone. Headed up by the Tigers. Johnson heads it ahead to Seeger in a foot race with Burkhead. Seeger has it, gets a shot, and it goes wide. Again, couldn't get his hips turned down. He tried to sidekick it, and without your hips in play, it really don't have that velocity and goes wide left anyway. 7.5 minutes left to go here in this first half. 2-1, Tigers on top. On high school boys soccer on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Glad to have you along on this Friday night. Dalby Albright boots it out towards the center. And controlled now by Boone. Knocked around a bit, and Bolton has it for a moment. Over now to Younk. Younk gets it over to Bolton. Bolton tries to give chase. Younk gets it back to him. Still in play. Bolton has it. Gets it through to Younk. Younk had it for a moment, but he's surrounded by Tigers. Younk still working to get it. And let's see. Tigers are going forward. A big spill by Burkhead. And they call a foul on Boone. So Tigers will get a free kick. Jack Dalby Albright, senior goalkeeper for the Tigers, set to boot it away. Starting to see fatigue playing a little bit, Dan. To see a lot of players bent over hands on the knees, which is a universal sign of I'm tired. And there a Boone player got spilled by Burkhead, and they call a foul. Again, a bit of a late whistle, a little bit too late for the Boone fans below us watching, but was the correct call. There was a foul on Grinnell, nothing malicious, just knocked the player down, and Boone will have a free kick.
If I'm thinking right, this is the boys' 3rd game this week. Playing last night, played Tuesday night.
Yeah. It's 92 Tuesday, 95 last night, and it's 85 tonight. Heck yeah, it's an ice age. Johnson gets control, gets a shot up. Boy, I will say this, Caleb Johnson, the senior forward for the Toreadors, he is quick and very aggressive. He didn't need much room to get that shot off, and he launched one. It just went wide of the goal. But Tigers have to keep an eye on number 6 for Boone. Here comes the goal kick by the Tigers. Johnson again back there, heads it back in towards the Boone end. Knocked down by Grinnell. And Johnson going in, he gets upended by Burkhead. And we might be having a yellow card here. Or at least the official is going to talk to Will Burkhead. I don't see him reaching for any card, just simply going to explain to him, I think, what the foul was and how you can't do that. And still getting explanation here. And Boone will get a free kick. Young set to do the free kick for the Toreadors. After the explanation. Waiting for the ready to play whistle. And here we go. There's the whistle. Knifed in right at Jack Dalby Albright. He scoops it up and gets it. Where Tigers dodged another bullet there. Caleb Johnson was trying to knife in there, and a Tiger player just put 2 hands on him. I didn't see who it was, but he got shoved straight back. And again, Boone fans wanted a foul there as well. Could have been. Nonetheless, we play on. Boone gets control. And now the Toreadors are on the attack. But they lose it, trying to circle back to reset. Hoops knifes in and grabs it. Hoops gets it over now to Jones. Jones tries to get it ahead. And now slicing down the Stringfellow. He has it for a moment over now to McFarland. McFarland in a battle. Knocks it away, and let's see. Looks like it's going to be a throw-in for Grinnell. So Tigers get the throw-in. Quickly get the ball in. Stringfellow knocks it up. Over now to Torres. Torres tries to have it, but intercepted by Sage Seeger. Seeger getting down to Caleb Johnson. Tries to give chase. Can't do it. A little too far. And Tigers will get a throw-in. 3:42 left to go here first half. 2-1 Tigers on top. Tigers set to throw in Parmalee. He does the honors, gets it in to Burkhead. Burkhead lost it for a moment, but cleared out by Grinnell. Tigers get it back to Hoops, and Hoops gets it back to the middle. Hoops now up in the air. Over to try to get it back in, but Junk tries to center it, gets it downfield on the attack, but knocked away by Grinnell. Now a tussle for it, and Boone wins that, but right back to Grinnell. Kind of a miss hit, trying to get it cleared. It goes off. A lot of spin on the ball, goes out of bounds off of Boone. Should be a Tiger throw-in, and is. Quickly as Nolan McFarland, he tries to get it down to Hoops. Hoops circling in a battle with Dylan Bolton. Hoops gets it back, and we have a throw-in for Grinnell. Kieran Jones coming in. Jones tries to throw it into Hoops. Tries it Stringfellow, who tries to do a header. Hoops looking to shoot it, but just knocked it at the last second and booted down there by Jeff Seek. Goes out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick for Boone. Substitution in for Boone. Number 12, Carden Neeram. In, replacing number 5, Peyton Van Sickle. And here we go for the last 2 minutes or so. Goal kick by Boone. Miles Tungsvik. Giving up 2 goals tonight. Unofficially, the Tigers with 6 shots on goal. He stopped 4, but allowed 2 goals. Tigers get on the throw-in now. Here comes Stringfield trying to work it back towards the middle. Hoops right there. Hoops in the middle. Tries to get it past the defenders. Surrounded by Boone defenders. Ball still loose. Nobody has control. Now Stringfellow takes it on the far side. Now a shot up. A big shot that time by Seek. Knocked out by the Toreadors. That was Levi Russo, number 1. Knocking it out. Looks like it hit his shoulder, maybe his head. As you said, Dan, do what you got to do to stop those shots. Boone controls. Now a long pass downfield, trying to get it ahead to Johnson. Out of bounds. Tigers with a throw in. Torres tries to throw it in. Headed out of there by Levi Russo. Back now. Boone tries to clear, but it goes out of bounds in. Torres to throw it in. Under a minute left to go here. Tigers trying to see if they can sneak one in and get a goal here in the last minute. Tigers looking to score. Here comes Seek on the far side in a battle. Somebody takes a tumble, no foul, and players hold their hands up. They finally do blow the whistle that time. Penalty on Grinnell, so Boone gets a free kick. Boone with a good boot out towards the middle. Knocked down by Grinnell. Burkhead tries to get it back, does get it in play. Stopped by McFarland for a moment, but back to Boone. Now taken away by the Tigers, then back to Boone. Here comes Younk. Younk on the attack. Graff right there to intercept and cut him off. Graff takes a tumble, and they do call a whistle on Younk. Tigers are going to have to hurry here and get this kickoff if we're going to run out of time here. Dalby Albright boots it up, and that'll do it. That is the end of the first half. Your score, Grinnell 2 and Boone nothing on an action-packed first half. We'll take a break for these sponsors as you tell you are watching high school boys soccer on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third-generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyi'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Grinnell Booster Club supports all Tiger athletics from the middle school all the way up to the high school through fundraising, membership drives, concession stand revenues at all the home events. There are many different ways you can get involved. One, through membership levels from a single, a family, even into the business. There are many attractive levels that you can be a part of this wonderful club. Your membership funds help support uniforms, warm-ups, summer speed camps, baseball and softball batting cages, and the list goes on. You want to be a part of a great group? Join the Grinnell Booster Club today.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third-generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polyeisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polyeis Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate, because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real, and Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Grinnell Booster Club supports all Tiger athletics from the middle school all the way up to the high school through fundraising, membership drives, concession stand revenues at all the home events. There are many different ways you can get involved. One, through membership levels from a single, a family, even into the business. There are many attractive levels that you can be a part of this wonderful club. Your membership funds help support uniforms, warm-ups, summer speed camps, baseball and softball batting cages, and the list goes on. You want to be a part of a great group? Join the Grinnell Booster Club today.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit polyeisgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Polyeis Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate, because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real, and Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Grinnell Booster Club supports all Tiger athletics from the middle school all the way up to the high school through fundraising, membership drives, concession stand revenues at all the home events. There are many different ways you can get involved. One, through membership levels from a single, a family, even into the business. There are many attractive levels that you can be a part of this wonderful club. Your membership funds help support uniforms, warm-ups, summer speed camps, baseball and softball batting cages, and the list goes on. You want to be a part of a great group? Join the Grinnell Booster Club today.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods, including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
Since 1999, Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars has raised scholarship money for our graduating seniors. To date, we have awarded 1,820 scholarships to GHS graduates. We need you to be a part of our scholarship community, be a part of our GHS graduates' futures, and be a part of Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars. Please consider sponsoring a senior scholarship. Go Tigers!
Hey there, I'm Joey Pollyi, third generation owner of Pollyi's in Grinnell. Since 1957, we've been serving you the flavors you savor. Dine in, carry out, or pick up our frozen pizzas for a night in. Our promise to you? Everything is made from scratch, and we only use the freshest ingredients, guaranteed. Plus, get your kids signed up for our Pags Pals program to get free pizza and shirts. Visit pollyi'sgrinnellia.com or ask your server how to sign up. See you soon at Pollyi's Pizza Grinnell on 5th Ave between Main and Broad Street.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by Pollyi's Pizza, West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, the Grinnell Newberg Dollars for Scholars, the Dairy Barn, and the Grinnell Booster Club. And our second half is brought to us by Nickel State Farm. So thank you to all those fine sponsors. Chris, explain to why we had such a long halftime.
Well, they ended up doing the senior night, which was supposed to be done before the game. They did the senior night at halftime, so that's why we were on the field for a long time, and we're getting set to start the second half here. Let's talk about the playoffs coming up. I mentioned the Tigers. They have been in a rough stretch. They are 0-5 their last 5, with losses coming to Nevada, Pella, Hudson, Norwalk, and Knoxville. Grinnell sits at 1-5 overall, 2-10 in the conference. Now tonight is senior night against Boone. Monday they are at, actually it's here in Grinnell, but at the Orange Park Fields. They host Oskaloosa. And then on Thursday the 19th they take on Knoxville at 5 o'clock at Newton in the first round. If they win, they get to go to DCG, Dallas Center Grimes, the number 1 team in the state, for their victory. So,
you know, the only good thing about that is Dallas Center Grimes is, let's see, is it DCG? They're not playing on their home field. They're playing at Johnston because their field is being tore up and been renovated for turf, much like we're going to experience here at TT Cranny Field starting Monday morning.
One of the Boone players was coming back from half, and he just kind of laid down on the field. Matthew Samuelson, he got up on his own power after a moment. He's on the sideline now. Kelly Johnson-Rose looked him over, and looks like the young man maybe just a little bit of heat problem, so he's taking a break, and here we go. Boone puts it in play. Now Boone going, well, now the win is stopped because the flag is pretty much up. Now a kick out by Grinnell. Here comes McFarland down. Tries to get a pass to the middle of the hoops. Not there. And knifing in was Stringfellow.
It looks like Boone switched out their goalkeeper.
Yes, they did. So we'll have to look that up. Miles Tungsvik is out. We'll try to get a name for that goalie here in just a moment. Ball up in the air, controlled by Grinnell. And Dan, one thing we didn't get a chance to talk about at halftime, we've talked about the last few games we've done. It booted down and shot by Grinnell, but booted out of there by the Boone goalkeeper. Didn't scoop it up. He kicked it out. Bit of a risk to it. Now Johnson gets it back. Now Burke just tips it out away from Steele. Or Seeger, rather. And Boone has a throw and quickly gets it into Young. Young with the ball now. Tries to get past Burkhead. Young still has the ball. Working in the middle of the field against Graff. Or against Dalby Albright, rather. Young now on the far side over to Johnson. Shot on goal. Knocked down nicely by Jack Dalby Albright. In play. Goes off of Boone, I believe. Nope. They're saying it went off of Grinnell. So Boone should have a... No, they are pointing. Okay, it is. It is a Grinnell goal kick. They were pointing towards a Boone goal, or the Grinnell goal, but Tigers get the goal kick. And Dalby Albright just leaks it out slowly to his teammate as Parmley. Parmley gets it out towards the middle now and chased down by the Toreadors. Braden Brooks gets it, watches it go out of bounds, and Boone has a throw in. Brooks gets it in, chested out by McFarland. Now Van Sickle with it, gets it in looking for his teammate Peyton Van Sickle and his brother. Knocked away by Graff. Graff tries to get it out, but knocked down by Samuelson. Here comes Bolton now on the far side. Bolton in the middle gets it over to Young. Young maneuvering around the middle, over on the far side now to Samuelson. Samuelson in the corner, battling Kieran Jones. Jones had it for a moment, tries to turn around and get it back out, but he couldn't save it. Goes out of bounds on the end line. Boone gets a corner kick. Just underway here, second half. 2-1, rather. Tigers on top of the Toreadors on high school boys soccer on the Tiger Sports live stream network on YouTube. Glad to have you along with us on this Friday night. Chris Juni alongside Dan Walker. Happy to bring this one home to you. Again, a long kick, a little too far and high for everybody. Goes over past through the goal area, out of bounds, and Tigers will play it in. Throwing now for Grinnell. Trying to clear the zone is the Tigers, but chased down by Boone. They go back to reset. Seeger tries to boot it down to advance it, but it's knocked out of bounds by Grinnell, and Tigers, or rather by Boone. Tigers get the throw in. And Tigers and Toreadors battling for it again. Here comes Hoops. Hoops on the throw in. Quickly tries to get it ahead. Looking to get it down to Stringfellow. He couldn't quite get it through there. Nice defensive play by Boone. That is Isaac Dodd, I believe, or Holden Davis, rather. Let's check that. Tigers looking to attack. Cleared out by Boone. Back to the center comes Burkhead. Burkhead tips it up. Knocked down by Grinnell. Dalby Albright has it in the middle. Gets it over now to Jones. Back to Seek. Now taken away by Boone. Here come the Toreadors. Boone on the attack. Tries to get a run out to Johnson. Again, a little too far. Scooped up by Dalby Albright. And Caleb Johnson can just watch it go into his the goalie's hands and boot it out of there by the Tigers. Knocked down by Braden Brooks. Over to Young. Young looking to get to Johnson. Knocked away by Grinnell and controlled by the Tigers. Young takes a poke at it. Now it is loose. And Dylan Bolton has it, but taken back by the Tigers by Graff. Pass intended for Hoops intercepted. Back to the middle. And back and forth we go. Tigers now look to get an attack going. Knocked out by Boone. Young has it, and here comes Young on the attack. Being chased down by McFarland. McFarland battling Young. Young tries to get it ahead. This time he has Seeger on the side, and Seeger takes a shot. And offsides. I'm moving back and forth between the pillar and that, and in the transition I lost the call, but thank you very much, Dan. Offside.
And that sun is just like barreling right down on us right now.
You have your hat pulled down pretty low on your face. And I don't have a hat, nor do I have hair to pull in front of my face, so I'm really hurting tonight. All right, Tigers on the attack. Here comes Seek. Over now to Dalby Albright, who comes up limping a little bit. Shot taken by Stringfellow from way out, about 30 yards out, scooped up by the Boone goalkeeper. And again, we'll try to get that goalie's name for you here in just a moment. Over now to Seeger. Seeger knocked down by Grinnell. Wanted a handball. No call. And it's play on. Burkhead hit it with his hand. Hoops now chasing it down. Gets it over to his, tries to get a shot on it. Scooped up by the Boone goalkeeper. Boone fans really wanted a handball there, but no call, and we play on. Now the rollout intercepted by the Tigers. Long shot taken by Grinnell. Ooh, that was Noel McFarland had a good golden opportunity. Try to get that corner, just missed it wide right, and Boone will have a goal kick. Wow. Again, furious action here in this opening moments of the second half. Ball out to midfield now. Yunk going for it, rather. Knocked away by Parmley. Back over to Boone, and here comes the Toreador. Seeger on a run out. Burkhead chases him down. A little bit of shove there. No call, and Burkhead clears it. Down now to Hoops, and it's offsides. Boone fans giving the referee some information. Referee turns around and says, "I don't need any help, thank you very much." And we play on. Just like in basketball, the officials have the power to have fans removed from the game if they are voicing their displeasure too much, too vociferously. And yes, that hurt even saying that word. All right, Tigers try to get the attack going. Knocked down by Stringfellow. Battle for it in the middle, won by the Toreadors. Boone looking now to get it back. Here comes Yunk. Yunk tries to reset. Over now in the corner to Bolton. Bolton tries to get to the middle of the field, knocked out by Parmley. Headed back in by the Toreadors. Now Graff battling Yunk for it. Over here on the near side to Seeger. Seeger has it. Gets it over to Bolton. Bolton gets it back to Seeger. Seeger knifing in. Torres there with him, and I believe we have an offside call again. Substitutions in now for both teams. For Boone, number 2, Matthew Samuelson coming in. For the Tigers, number 9, Grace Caponzu, has 2 goals in this game. Checking out for the Tigers, number 8, Noel McFarland. And checking out for Boone is number 13, Sage Seeger. Headed around by Grinnell, trying to clear the zone. And this time, Seek does clear it. Caponzu giving chase. Boone goalie comes up, a little bit of a miss hit. Again, looked like one of my golf wedge shots. Goes sideways and out of bounds. The Tigers with a throw and quickly get it into Hoops down in the near side, far corner. Hoops gets back to the middle looking for an opportunity and poked away nicely by Braden Brooks of the Toreadors. Tigers will have a corner kick. Nice play by Brooks because it looked like that time that Hoops had some room to maneuver, possibly had Caponzu in the middle, but poked out of there just at the last second by the Boone defense. Tigers setting up for the corner kick. And here we go. Kind of a unique formation. Tigers are in a little bit of an angle towards the goal. They get it up, a shot on, hits the side of the net. It'll be a goal kick for Boone. Had not seen that formation by anybody in a goal kick.
No, I haven't
Dan.
before either.
They started at the far side of the post and were side by side, and they kind of made an arch out towards the near side of the field, like a half moon shape. And didn't matter because the ball hit the side of the net. Now Tigers steal control. Stringfellow try to get to Hoops. Hoops knocks it down. Still in play. Hoops maneuvering in the middle. Gets it back now to Seek. Seek tries a long shot and knocked off the hands of the goalkeeper, but still a save by the Boone goalie. I heard somebody say his name was Jordan, so I'm going to go with that for now. I'll try to get the last name. For those of you Boone fans listening at home, I apologize. He's not on our roster. I heard the name Jordan, so we'll go with that. I will try to ask here and try to find a name for this goalkeeper. Anyway, another save by him. Boosted out towards the middle, controlled by the Tigers. Oh, here comes Johnson. Resting control by Graff right there, though. Back to Parmley, who clears it down out of the Grinnell zone. Tigers trying to go on the attack. Knocked down by Stringfellow. He does not keep it in. And they say it's a throw-in for Boone. Now the referee is motioning the player to come back here. Carson Van Sickle being directed to go back a little bit where the ball went out. Van Sickle throws it in, gets it to Yunk. Yunk off his chest out of bounds, and Tigers will throw it in. Graff to do it. Braden Graff, the sophomore forward defender. Up in the air. Hoops knocks it down, trying to get it to Stringfellow. Stringfellow in a battle with Boone. Stringfellow gets a shot, just could not get his hips turned. Again, Dan, we saw he turned around, but they weren't turned quite far enough to the right to get it back towards the goal. Then the ball goes wide left of the goal. 2-1, Tigers on top. 29 minutes left to go here in this soccer match. Non-conference. Boone out of the Raccoon River Conference. Adel, DeSoto, Midland, Carlisle, Winterset among those teams in that conference. Torres heads the ball away nicely from Samuelson. Tigers trying to control, and they do control. Graff trying to get it down to Stringfellow. Or rather, Seek gets it to Stringfellow. Knocked away by Boone. Up in the air, knocked up in the air by Torres. Boone heads it backwards the wrong way. Back toward their own goal. Here comes Caponzu knifing in. Cleared out by Boone, but taken away by Dalby Albright. He gets it to Caponzu. Caponzu battling, chasing it down. And now the ball's knocked back again by the Tigers. Taken away by Graff. Graff gets a shot up, deflected by Boone. Goes out of bounds, and Tigers will have a throw in. Compared to the last few games we've seen down to the boys where the ball has been in the other team's offensive end for the majority of the game, this has been played pretty much evenly, if I would dare say, almost as much in the Boone offensive end more than the Tiger offensive end.
Yeah, I think it is senior night, so you got to take advantage and have a little bit of momentum behind you, but I think it's probably more to it's two teams that are matched.
I would agree. Very evenly matched teams here. Corner kick for the Tigers. Hoops knocks it in. Gets it over now. Tried to set up for a kick by Seek, and it was a slow roller. And knifing in there was Caponzu to try to tip it in, but scooped up by the goalie for Boone. Again, we'll try to get the goalie's name here in just a moment. And Boone with control. Boone on the attack. Gets it down to Johnson. Now on the far side, it's Van Sickle. Van Sickle has Johnson in the middle looking to get there. Tiger defense gets back. Here comes Caponzu in the corner. He knocks it away. It's rolled over, and it'll be a Tiger throw-in. And it's in the corner now, just kind of not really a shoving match, just kind of body pushing each other. Nobody really gained control. Now Boone gets it out to the middle. Van Sickle in the middle and taken away by Grinnell. Here comes Brownell on the attack. Brownell has a good pass up to him. He gets it up there. Caponzu giving chase. Now Brown goes to the right. Hoops goes to the far side. Hoops tries to reset, gets past his defender. Tries to get it down to Caponzu. Still Hoops has it. Hoops knifing it in there. Hoops in past the goal. Gets it to the middle and a shot. Just could not get control. Stringfellow. Hoops worked it to the middle there and just could not get control of the ball enough. It's like a hockey puck bouncing. Dan, they just couldn't have control to get a good, clear shot.
It looked like Stringfellow was reaching at his kick when he actually tried to make the shot. So.
Hey, what is your new goalkeeper's name? Jordan King? All right, we got confirmation. The new goalkeeper's Jordan King. Thank you to the Boone fans below us. My apologies if that was picked up on air, but I wanted to get the young man's name right because everybody has somebody listening. So Jordan King now in goal for the Toreadors. Had some nice saves so far. Tigers on the attack after the throw-in. Hoops now with it. Being surrounded, chased by two Boone defenders. Hoops holding him off, trying to get the ball in control. Gets it back now to Graff. Graff quickly tries to get past the Boone defender. Still, again, a jostling match, I guess is the best way to put that. Now Young knocks it away. Young collides now with Seek. Young gets knocked down. Lots of contact both ways. Young takes a fall, no whistle. We play on. Here comes Johnson, or rather, that is Dylan Bolton streaking down the side. Now we have a whistle on the far side. Looks like it went out of bounds. Touched by Boone. Tigers with a throw-in. Again, the Boone fans, there's a lot of bumping by Young and the Stringfellow there in the middle. And they let it go, and then when Young goes down, you can't expect a foul called unless there's a shove. It's just like they lost their balance, and there we go. Now the Boone players go down, and Burkhead and Johnson get wrapped up, and Johnson coming up limping badly. May have inadvertently got kicked in the knee. Has been a foul called. Johnson massaging his lower leg below the knee. Looks like it's down on his calf area or shin area. And I know they have shin guards, I'm guessing, but I'm sure that still hurts when you get smacked solidly. I know it would. All right. Young set to do the kick.
You know, it gives me the thought of when I was growing up, my parents had one of those sofa tables that sit in front of the sofa. And every once in a while you'd walk through there and you'd hit your shin on that. And I have to imagine that's got to be the most comparable thing to getting kicked to the shin.
Young's kick right on goal, but unfortunately a little bit too high. And Dalby Albright jumps up just to make sure, but over his reach, out of bounds, past the goal. And Tigers get a goal kick. Subbed in now for the Tigers. Nolan McFarland in, and coming out is number 17, Will Dalby Albright. Here comes Johnson now, over to Van Sickle. Van Sickle has a shot. He takes it, and it was deflected up, I think. Either that or just a miss. It goes high, and let's see. No, they're saying it was off of Grinnell. I thought it was off a Grinnell player, so Boone has a corner kick. Matthew Samuelson doing the corner kick. He gets it up in the air, knocked down dangerously, kicked out of there by Parmley. Back out, here comes Caponzu. Boone has it for a moment. Stringfellow tries to wrest it away. Here comes Torres now. Back over on the near side to Russo. Russo gets it back to Hoops. Hoops tries to get it ahead. Here comes Stringfellow in a foot race. Going to be won by the Toreadors. And they just boot it back to their goalie. And Jordan King boots it out of there. Caponzu gives him chase. Haven't said his name much. Here comes Caponzu now. Ball passed a little bit too far. Caponzu gets past the defense, so has it on the far side. Two Boone players collapse on him. Ball's knocked away. Back over to Graff, though. Graff with a long shot. Knocked down by Jordan King. The Boone keeper. King whips it out there. Over now to Johnson. Johnson appearing to be okay now in a battle with Seek. Goes out of bounds off of Seek. Boone with a throw in. Van Sickle gets it. Knocked away by Graff. Or check that by Seek. Seek knocks it out of bounds again. And Boone has another throw in. Now they try to throw in to get it to Young. Young gets it over. Cleared out by Parmley. Now we got a shot up and on goal. Dalby Albright has to come in and scoop it away as Caleb Johnson zeroing in on that. Dalby Albright now whips it out towards midfield, trying to get it to Caponzu. Caponzu now giving chase, knocked out by Grinnell via Boone throw-in. 2-1. Tigers on top of Boone. 21 and a half minutes left to go, and we have a whistle. Going to be a penalty on Grinnell, maybe a high kick or something. Not sure. Handball. Boone puts it to play. Yeah, they have to wait for the ready-to-play signal. They get a free kick, but they got to wait to the official. It's like you have to hand the ball to the official in basketball. You can't just take it and throw it in. You got to hand it to the official first. So the official takes the ball, and they get them set. Now Boone will have their free kick. Kick is up, gets through the first line, knocked up and headed up by Grinnell. Headed up by Grinnell again. Now we have a whistle and penalty on Boone. Couldn't quite see what they saw, but the linesman on the far side called it. So Tigers will get a goal kick.
He made a motion. I usually don't see him make too many motions of communicating like that.
And Dalby Albright boots it up. Knocked down by Young and taken by Van Sickle. Van Sickle now looking to get it ahead to Samuelson. Van Sickle tries to get it to the middle to Young, but knocked away nicely by Graff. Now Russo has it. He's knocked off the ball by Hoops. Down now in the near corner to Samuelson. Samuelson tries to get over to Johnson. He's tied up by Parmley, but another Boone player, Van Sickle, knifes in. Boone had a shot in. Caponzu back out there. He chases it down. Caponzu. Nice play by that Boone defender. If Caponzu could have got that, he was gone. They weren't going to catch him. Nice play by that Boone defender on that far side. I did not catch the number, but he was just able to tip the ball away from Caponzu as he came racing by. Now we have our mandatory break for water. We'll take a break ourselves. 2-1, Tigers on top as we tell you you're watching high school boys soccer on the Tiger Sports live stream network.
Jeff Finch here from West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell. We normally go to the auction to restock our used cars and trucks, but prices have skyrocketed. If we're going to overpay, we'd rather overpay our friends, neighbors, and past customers. Bring your vehicle in for a quick 20-minute appraisal. You can either take the cash, trade for a different vehicle, or walk away. In some cases, your vehicle may be worth more than you paid for it. See us at West Finch Auto Plaza in Grinnell or online at westfinch.com.
Every sunrise offers new opportunities to dream big or to take that next small step. Every sunrise is another chance to build on the one before or to start with a clean slate. Because every sunrise is tomorrow's promise made real. And Grinnell Mutual is tomorrow's promise protected. Trust in tomorrow and contact a Grinnell Mutual agent today.
Grasshoppers, turtles, polar bears, and chunky monkeys? The Dairy Barn, located at 1810 6th Avenue in Grinnell, is not your typical barnyard. Stop by before or after the big ball game to pick up your favorite ice cream or flavor of the day yogurt. They also have a full line of delicious foods including tenderloins, pulled pork sandwiches, popular chicken wraps, and much, much more. Don't have time to stop at the barn? Catch them on the move at some of the favorite events around Grinnell, or give us a call and try out our catering. And don't forget to check out www.dairybarngrinnell.com to order online or the Chow Now app. Remember, I scream, you scream, we all scream for Dairy Barn.
The Tiger Sports live stream network is brought to you by West Finch Auto Plaza, Grinnell Mutual, the Grinnell Newburgh Dollars for Scholars, in the Dairy Barn.
All right, after the mandatory water break, which I must say, they don't do it for us, Dan, but I'm glad the announcers can use a little bit of a break, too, to get some refreshment.
Yeah, it's always nice to get a little word in for our sponsors, too.
That's right. Always nice to have them. And it goes without saying, and we know you do if you're watching, if you live here in Grinnell, please frequent those sponsors, as we're very happy to have them to help us out to bring this broadcast to you. All right, Tigers with a throw-in as play resumes here. Gets it now. Here comes Kapanzu with that speed. He's in a foot race. Nicely done by the Boone defender over there. That is number 18, Holden Davis. He's the one who tipped away from Kapanzu last time. And, boy, you know, first time I've seen him play, Dan, he just one of those guys that you hold your breath when he chases him down. You just know something's going to happen. Boone has done a nice job, though, recognizing him. Tigers with a throw-in. Throw-in misses everybody, knocked away by Boone, and Tigers will throw it in again. We'll reset. Breaking down now, get in the center to Kapanzu. He has a big foot. He gets a shot on it. He gets it in. The hat trick. Throw your hats out on a rifle shot. That had some velocity on it. And Kapanzu scores for the Tigers. And it's 3-1 now, Grinnell. That goal coming in the 21st minute. His third goal of the night. Wow. He didn't need much room or much space. He didn't get it, but he sure let it rip, and it found its way home past Jordan King for a Tiger goal.
Well, they're fairly quick. I mean, he's got a quick action when he throws his leg, too. So,
all right. Grace Kapanzu, the junior forward for the Tigers. 3 goals, and that gets a hat trick. Tigers on the attack again. Graff tries to loop it in. Didn't quite have the velocity on he wanted. Jordan King scoops it up, throws it out towards midfield. And knocked down by Grinnell. Here come the Tigers back in the attack. Kapanzu now on the far side. Kapanzu tries to get ahead to Hoops. Here comes Kapanzu knifing in and just cleared out of there nicely. Good smart play. I could tell that Braden Brooks thought about kicking it back to his goal. He took a look, then he realized, Kapanzu's right there. I'm just going to boot it out of the end zone. And Tigers will have a corner kick. Or rather, it's a throw-in, excuse me. And this time it's knocked out by Grinnell. Tigers trying to get a throw in, knocked away by Boone, so Tigers will throw it in again. Hoops now in the far corner. He looks to throw it in. Throws it up in the air, tries to get a header down. Ball is loose in front of the net, but Boone clears, knocked down for a moment by the Tigers. Kapanzu chases it down, trying to circle back around to get a shot. Gets it over now to Graff on the near side. Graff gets it ahead now to Torres. Torres tries to get it down to number 22 for the Tigers. We'll try to get that number for you as well. And it goes out of bounds, and the Tigers will have a throw in. Substitutions in now for Boone, number 12 coming in. Carden Needham coming in, replacing Wyatt Young. And for the Tigers, coming out is Anthony Torres. And in for the Tigers, I believe, was number 3, Tima Mobley-Benoit, but I'm not sure. I'll take a look at that here in a minute. Ball up and play. Tried to be headed by the Tigers. Hoops had a shot at it, but missed it. Cleared out by Boone to Caleb Johnson. Johnson in a battle with Burkhead. Johnson gets it back towards the middle. Nice pass, but Parmley right there knocks it away. Goes off of Boone out of bounds. Nice play by Parmley. Kicks it off Samuelson. The Tigers will have a throw in. Tigers quickly get it and headed down by Grinnell. Intercepted, though, by Russo. Russo in a battle with 3 Tiger players. Gets it ahead. Now to Johnson. Johnson gets it out ahead. Chased down by Dalby Albright. And Van Sickle now wins the battle. Van Sickle moving in. Gets the ball to the center. Tries to set up his teammate, but kicked out of there at the last second by Jack Dalby Albright. Tigers quickly get it downfield. Missed clear out by Boone. Tigers have it. Hoops now on the near side. Gets it back to the center to Graff. Tigers look to reset. Graff tries to get past the Boone defender and then eventually does. Graff tries to kick it out. Knocked out by Boone. Out of bounds. Tigers with a throw in. Substitution in now. Torres. Anthony Torres coming back in. And number 22 coming out for Grinnell. We'll try to get that young man's name. Don't have him on the roster. Tigers throw it in. Knocked down now by number 8, Nolan McFarland. Goes out of bounds. Tigers will throw it in once again. They've had 3 straight throw-ins from about that spot. Here we go. Now ball hipped down by Boone, by Russo. Torridors try to control. Now they're looking to get it downfield. Caponzo intercepts it, though. Tries to tip it away. Caponzo turns. Knocked away by Boone. Controlled by Boone. Now Boone down on the attack. Caleb Johnson always around the ball down the circling in, trying to get something. Knocked out by Parmley. Hoops had it for a moment. Ball's loose. Kicked back in by Boone. Headed out of there by Graff. Up in the air. Here comes Boone. And McFarland gets it around over now to Hoops. Hoops has Caponzo. He's trying to throw it down there just a little too far. And it's scooped up by Jordan King. Caponzo's fast, but not that fast. And Tigers had a shot there. Headed down by Grinnell. Boone trying to just get it out of their end. Tigers have played this half has been the majority played in the Boone offensive end. And now we have a whistle. And they call a foul on Boone. Tigers will get a free kick. Jack Dalby Albright to do the free kick for the Tigers. He boots it up in the air. Trying it down towards Caponzo. Headed back by Boone nicely, but it goes off Boone, I believe. And now we have substitutions in. For the Tigers, Stringfellow coming back in. For the Torridors, number 11, Parker Trussler. Coming out is number 8, Nolan McFarland for Grinnell. And for Boone coming out is number 1, Levi Russo. Ball knocked up in the air by the Tigers. Stringfellow has it. Tries to get it to Hoops. Knocked away by Boone. But Graff chases it down. Seeger now with the ball in a battle with Graff on the far side. Graff wins it. Gets control for the moment. Tries to get it back over to Seek. Knocked up in the air by Parmley. And the wind grabs it. Knocks it out of bounds. And Boone will have a throw in. Substitution now back in for the Torridors. Young back in. Also number 19, Isaac Dodd coming out. Number 3, Carson Van Sickle. And number 5, Peyton Van Sickle. Torridors with a throw in. Boone gets it down in the corner. Parmley trying to watch, see if it's going to go out of bounds. It does not, so Parmley just boots it out. And attempted knockdown by Boone goes out of bounds off Boone. Tigers with a throw in. Quickly they throw the ball in. Try to get it down to Hoops. Hoops has it, tries to reset it back, trying to get around the Boone defender. Kicks it over the middle now to Graff. Graff tries to boot it down. Here comes Caponzo now in a foot race. They motion the goalie to come out and get it because, again, smart play by Holden Davis. Davis said, I can't get that. He's faster than me, so you got to come out and get it. He motioned his goalkeeper, Jordan King, to come out and get it. That's what happened. And they knock it away. And we got a foul called on Torres. He knew it. He helped the young man up from Boone. Good sportsmanship there. Samuelson got knocked down, tangled up. Nothing intentional. Just two players got tangled. They call the foul on Grinnell, and Boone will have the free kick. Seeger now with the kick. Boots it up in the air. Trying to get spring somebody for something. Headed back out by Grinnell. And Stringfellow now back. Battling Trussler. Trussler knocks it out of bounds. They say off of him. So Tigers get a throw in. Quickly the ball comes into Hoops. Hoops has to go off his leg. Tries to get it before it goes out of bounds. He does. No whistle. Hoops now gets control back. Hoops now looking to get it out ahead. And he tries to get it out of Stringfellow on the near side. Stringfellow going to catch up to the goal. Is open. The goalie, Jordan King, came out. And Stringfellow had a golden opportunity. Just again, Dan could not get those hips turned to score up to the goal to get the shot on target.
That's a dangerous move by, that goalie there. But I'm sure it's all inexperience because he had a defender coming back cutting, but he left the whole front side open. He would have been maybe a little bit better to settle back in.
Kapanzu comes out now for the Tigers, having scored the 3 goals, gets a hat trick. Goal kick by Boone, gets it out towards midfield. Here's Johnson. Haven't heard much from him lately. He's been surrounded very nicely by Jones and Torres. Ball goes out of bounds off of Jones, and Boone will have a throw in. 11 minutes left to go, just over 11 minutes left to go in the ball game. The match, 3-1, Tigers on top. On High School Boys Soccer on the Tiger Sports live stream network on YouTube. Hoops now chasing it down in the far corner. Gets control. Gets around Davis. Tries to hit in the middle towards a Tiger player. Gets knocked away there by Boone. And Torres with control. Younk has it. Straight up with Graff. Graff takes a tumble. No whistle play on. Graff pokes it away from Younk that time. Now over to Hoops. Hoops trying to work it out of the mess. Tries to get it back to the middle. To number 14 for Grinnell. He's in the battle with Boone. Over now to Seek. He gets knocked down. And here we go. Toreador's got something mounting here. They come on the attack. Cardinier tries to get it down ahead to Johnson. Knocked away by Parmela. Nice play. Boy, Caleb Johnson surrounded that time by 2 Tiger players. Tried to thread the needle, but Tigers knock it away. Burkhead now clears it down. Here comes Hoops down to get it, but also Jordan King, the goalkeeper, out there to get it as well. Ball now up in the air by the goalkeeper, headed down by Grinnell, and here comes Hoops trying to get it back. Hoops in the battle with it. Ball still loose. Hoops trying to get over to it. He gets it down, taken down. Let's see.
That's going to be a free kick in the penalty box there.
Yep, the goalie slid down to try to grab the ball, and Hoops went down, so we're going to have a goal kick for the Tigers. Boy, with the exception of a couple of bursts, and just like we saw the other night in the heat, it still is hot out there. The pace of play has slowed down quite a lot. There's not nearly as many attacks as before.
But you do have a nice breeze coming through your window.
I love it. I will take it.
I'll creep back over here towards this window opening.
Stringfellow gets the goal. Again, that's really not much the goalie can do. Jordan King, you about have to guess which way to go. And if you guess right, you have a shot. If you don't, it's a goal. Stringfellow gets the goal, and that's now 4-1. Tigers on top.
That's been second goal for the week. He scored a goal last night. No, what night was that? Tuesday night.
Tuesday.
What night were you gone? Yes, last night.
Last night.
Yep, so it was last night. Ben
All right.
had the first goal of the night against Nevada.
So in the 31st minute, Stringfellow gets a goal, and it's 4-1 now, the Tigers. Boone mounting an attack. Here come the Toreadors. Over now to Varner. Varner gets it knocked away by Dodd. Dodd trying to hit Varner now, but here comes Burkhead to knock it away. Let the Tiger defense reset. We have substitutions in for Boone. Number 3, Carson Van Sickle, and number 5, Peyton Van Sickle. The Van Sickle boys coming in. Coming out, number 19 and number 12, Carden Needham and Isaac Dodd. In the corner now, looks like we have a goal kick, okay? So Jack W. Albright, senior goalkeeper for the Tigers, doing the honors. Looking to boot it out of the goal. Taking his time. Tigers have a 4-1 lead, so they are in no hurry to put the ball back into play. Now, Dalby Albright boots it out of there. Gets past midfield, past everybody. Headed back by Boone. Over now to Holden Davis. Davis on the far side. Tries to get a pass over. Kicked away by Graff. Braden Brooks missed it, but gets it back and gets it down to Johnson. Johnson, very dangerous for the Toreadors, gets over to Van Sickle. Van Sickle on the far side in a race with Kieran Jones. Van Sickle gets in the corner, trying to get the pass center. Jones, rather battling him, gets it back out to the middle, back over to Hoops. Hoops gets it back to Seek. Seek tries to hit Hoops, but it's knocked down by Boone. Now back to Hoops, and here we go. Hoops on the far side has a teammate, Stringfellow, down the middle. Hoops surveying the field, pulls it back, and gets it away now. Holden Davis fine there, and Braden Graff gets it going. Varner battling Graff. Graff takes a tumble and goes off of Graff out of bounds, and Boone will have a throw in. Ball knocked away that time by Grinnell. Goes out of bounds off the Tigers, and Boone will have another throw in. Van Sickle now has it. Being battled in the middle by Seek. Over now to Young. Young loses it, kind of puts his head back like that's on me. But Boone gets it back. Now the Toreadors trying to battle for it. Van Sickle in a battle with Burkhead. Van Sickle falls down, and Burkhead the penalty call on Grinnell.
I think Will knew that right when he did it. He just pushed and then pulled his hands right back.
I know as a basketball official, I was taught if a player bumps into another player and the other player falls down and they immediately put their hands up, it generally means that they knew they did something they shouldn't have. A high ball up. Ball is loose in front of the center of the goal. A shot attempt by Boone, knocked away, deflected by somebody down there. I think Torres may have got a piece of it. Goes out of bounds, and Boone will have the throw in. Boone quickly gets it in now, trying to find Johnson, but cleared out by Grinnell. Past the Boone defense, goes out of bounds, and they're saying it's still Boone ball. Braden Brooks throws it in now to Van Sickle. Carson Van Sickle. Van Sickle gets it past the Tiger defense, maneuvering down. Over now to Michael Varner. Varner back in the middle to Brooks. Brooks gets it over to Peyton Van Sickle. Tries a shot, knocked up, down by Parmalee. Trying to hit Johnson in the middle. A battle with Parmalee for it. Goes out of bounds. Off of Boone, they say. So Tigers will get the throw in. Substitution now for the Tigers coming in for Grinnell, number 8, Nolan McFarland. He is going to replace number 11, Braden Graff. All right. Tigers set to throw it in. Just under 6 minutes left to go in the match. Tigers lead Boone 4-1. McFarland now has it. Young battling for it for a moment. Now controlled back by Van Sickle. Van Sickle looking on the side to try to get Varner. Tries to go the other way to the middle. Knocked away by Parmalee, who's been there all night, it seems, Dan. Patrolling that middle of the field. Knocked away by the Tigers, Van Dyke. Or rather, check that. Looked like maybe Oswaldo Gomez got that knocked away, out of bounds, and Boone will throw it in. Young with the ball. Back up to the field. Another player goes down. We have another whistle. Penalty on Grinnell. Boone will get a free kick. And throwing it in now is going to be Holden Davis for Boone. Or I'm not throwing it in, pardon me. Kicking it in, free kick for Holden Davis. Here he comes, big kick, up in the air. Trying to get somebody for a header, knocked out of there. Looked like by Seek that time. Or McFarland rather had it. Knocked down by Young. Over now to the middle of the field. And here's Johnson on the near side. Johnson tries a shot back to the middle. A header shot, knocked away. Good effort that time by Seg Seeger. And we have a stoppage.
Stop the clock. Oh.
Substitution in. All right. Number 16 coming in for Grinnell. Replacing number 14. Apologies, we'll try to get those names. And here we go. Tigers booted out of there. Back now to Seek. He tries to clear. Knocked down by Boone. And back comes Van Sickle in the middle. Burkhead kicks it out over to McFarland. McFarland tries to get ahead to Stringfellow. Here come the Tigers on the attack. Stringfellow has Hoops. a little too much juice on it. Goes past Hoops, out of bounds across the end line, and Boone will get the goal kick. Substitutions now in for Boone. Number 2, Matthew Samerson, and number 7, Dylan Bolton coming in, replacing number 10, Michael Varner, and number 13, Sage Seeger. All right, goal kick now for the Toreadors. Up in the air, ball booted out towards midfield, a low kick. Young had a shot at it, missed it. Controlled by Tigers. Here's Burkhead. He gets it down ahead over to Stringfellow. Stringfellow trying to maneuver around. Gets past one line of defense. Maneuvering for a shot. Does get a shot on goal. Bounces off the post. And it goes in. On the rebound. That was number 16. Again, apologize. Don't have the person's name. But headed in by number 16 on the rebound. We're looking that up. We'll get that to you. And Tigers score again. And that comes in the 37th minute. Boone puts it in play. 5-1 now, Tigers on top. 3 minutes left. Boone trying to salvage something here. One last get an attack going, get something on the board here. Johnson now in the center, gets it down, trying to hit his teammate Samerson. Samerson had it for a moment. A shot attempt knocked away. There's another shot attempt by Samerson, but it goes wide of the goal, out of bounds, and Tigers will have a goal kick. Okay. And we're looking up, try to get some names there for you. And we will endeavor to do so here. And the ball goes out of bounds off of Boone. Tigers will have the throw in. Coming up on 2 minutes left to go in the match. Now a shot attempted down the middle, and Johnson had it for a moment, but right over to Jack W. Albright, who scoops it up before Caleb Johnson. I can see why the Tigers respect him. Him and Young, they are dangerous players. Johnson has great speed. Young has strength and nice footwork. And they get the ball down there, and they are a threat to be reckoned with. But Tiger defense has done a nice job of shutting them down. Although Johnson did get a goal in the first half in the 22nd minute. Now McFarland has it over now, gets it past Young. McFarland just takes a shot at goal. Easy scoop by Jordan King, the Boone goalkeeper. He boots it out to midfield. And coming up on 1 minute left in the match. Boone knocks it up in the air, controlled by Hoops. Hoops now looking on the far side, trying to hit the teammate, gets it back down to the center. Center down there by Seek, and Hoops tries to head it in. Just missed it, wide left. Jordan King was there, but if Hoops could have got a good, I almost said good foot on it, but a good head on it, good part of his head on it, then it would have been a goal. But just a little bit wide, and Boone has a goal kick. Hoops knocks it down. He gets a shot off, and again, misses it wide left. That one was with his foot, and he had good velocity on it. Can't believe he missed it. And Boone will get a goal kick. 30 seconds left here in the match. And kicking out for Boone to try to clear the zone. Here come the Toreadors. And Holden Davis tries to get it out, knocked off of a player over to the far side. Here come the Tigers. Two players take a tumble, no whistle. And now we have, is that it? That is it, okay. That is the ball game, the match rather. Final score, Grinnell defeats Boone 5-1. We tell you you're listening and watching high school boys soccer on the Tiger Sports. Oh, okay, we're going to keep it right here. to wrap it up. All right. So nice game by the Tigers. Much needed win. As I said, they came in. They had lost their last 5. So Tigers get a win tonight. And again, they host Oskaloosa Monday, but out at the Orange Park soccer fields on Monday. And then Thursday, they travel to Newton to take on Knoxville in the first round of the tournament. If they win that one, they travel to DCG, take on number 1 ranked Dallas Grimes. And even though it's not at their place, like you said, DCG is going to be pretty good.
They're pretty good. Even their girls soccer team was excellent, and their boys soccer teams, they're just a powerhouse right now.
Yep.
That school is.
They really are. So nice job by the Tigers. It went nice to stay with it and get a nice win. And hat trick for Caponzu. Grace Caponzu, the junior. He came in with just 2 goals, but he has 5 now in the season, getting the 3 goals tonight. Recap the scoring here for the Tigers here in a moment. Grinnell moves now to 2-5, or 1-5 in the conference, 3-10 overall. Nice way to end for senior night, getting a win on senior night. And let me find my score sheet here. But I do know. Okay, the scoring was started by the Tigers. Grace Caponzu comes in and gets a goal right away. As I'm shuffling through my papers here. Like an accountant who lost his place. Anyway, Caponzu had the goal, and he gets a second goal in the first half. Then Caleb Johnson, the 22nd minute, gets a goal, so it goes into the books as 2-1. And then right before half ended, Ben Stringfellow gets a goal, making it 3-1 Tigers at halftime. Then the second half is all Tigers, as Boone didn't get. They had some shots on goal, but really no opportunities. And Dan, one thing we noticed, we talked about, unlike other matches the boys have been in, this match, instead of being played in the Boone offensive end like we've seen them against other opponents, this was played entirely in the Tigers and Boone's defensive end, where the Tigers having a chance to score numerous times.
And this, of course, the score shows the end here that the Tigers did win. This is the first time that we've seen the Tigers play aggressively and, just nonstop turn around and take the ball from one side of the field to the other. And as you mentioned, I would say they probably held the ball 65% of the time in the defensive side of Boone and put themselves into, shot on goals. They're, I don't want to say 100 times more than what we've seen, but we went quite a few games that we didn't have any score by the Tigers. So definitely it was an improvement. And I think just back to our comment before halftime, they're evenly matched.
Yep.
The Little Hawkeye Conference is very tough conference to play in, especially in soccer. And even when you're pulling games of Hudson and Nevada off your off season or out of conference games, those are tough games to bring in and try to win too. So I think a good way to end out the season here on TT Creaney, and Monday night might be who knows, a hat trick.
There we go. All right, very good. This is our last soccer broadcast of the season on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Don't worry, though. We're not going away. We're just going to rotate sports, and we're going to gear up for baseball. We'll have a baseball broadcast as the Tiger boys host Vinton-Shellsburg Vikings next Thursday, May 19th. First pitch at 7:30. I'll be there alongside Dan Walker.
Yeah, we could do. Let's do a quick rundown for those who are listening. So the schedule: we're May 19th, as Chris said, baseball versus Vinton. May 24th, softball versus PCM. June 1st, softball Dallas Grimes. That's a doubleheader. June 6th, baseball versus Indianola. That's a doubleheader. June 7th, baseball versus South Tama. June 8th, we'll be here for my birthday on softball versus Norwalk at 7:15. June 15th is baseball versus Newton. That's a doubleheader. And for those, we'd love to have people watch, but you know what? That night we want you to come out to the ballpark, especially because that's the Tiger Sports Livestream night. We're going to be giving away T-shirts. We're going to have a couple drawings for the second half of the doubleheader. If you have a young man or daughter that wants to try to do a little color, we'll have them come up in the booth. They're going to have 2 sign-ups for that. You get win an inning or win a 2-inning shot to come out and try to call the game just like Chris or Blake does. So that's pretty exciting. And then from there, On the 20th, we'll have softball versus Pella Christian, another doubleheader. So we got quite a few doubleheaders out there. The 21st, softball was supposed to be against South Tama, but South Tama suspended their softball season. So I believe they're trying to find somebody, but right now that one's kind of opening on the calendar. The 23rd, baseball versus Nevada. And the 27th, softball versus Pella. And the 29th, we ended out with baseball, a doubleheader versus Oskaloosa, which always is a tough matchup, and I think it's become a pretty fierce rivalry.
It really has. Again, Grinnell will be leaving the Little Hawkeye Conference here after this next year, not this fall, but the next fall of 2023. They'll be in the WAMAC Conference. But so one last time go around here to play. Well, they'll play them next summer as well, too, I guess, in the sports. But Tigers look to be leaving. So that'll wrap it up here from TT Cranny Field. Again, the Tiger boys defeat Boone 5-1 behind the hat trick with Grace Caponzu and a couple of the goals. The Tiger boys get a win. Monday they host Oskaloosa at the Orange Park Fields, and then Thursday starts the tournament trail as they travel to Newton to take on Knoxville in the first round of the boys high school soccer tournament. That'll do it for my partner Dan Walker. I'm Chris Juni. Thank you for tagging along and being with us here on the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Saying good night, everybody, from TT Cranny Field.
This live stream is a copyright of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network. Reproduction or distribution of this live stream without permission of the Tiger Sports Livestream Network is a violation of the law.